Sometimes after I read a book, I go to Goodreads and I look at how many ratings it has and I think, wow, this is so criminally underrated. Like, what do you mean only 20,000 people have read this book? So I wanted to give you a list of 5 books that I think are criminally underrated and that more people should pick up as soon as possible. We're gonna go most ratings to lowest ratings and save the like best for last because the last one is so good. You are gonna want to get your hands on it as soon as possible. Now our first one has 35,000 ratings on Goodreads and you're probably gonna be like, that can't be underhyped. Go look at things like Fourth Wing, A Court of Thorns and Roses, Quicksilver, Dire Bound, and then come back to me and look at the big discretion in ratings. 30,000 is still underhyped. Think of how many people in this world are reading. Think of how many people watch these videos, things like that. We can do better. We can show these stories some love because they really do deserve it. So in our first book, we have A Marriage of Convenience, tarot-based magic, a school academy setting, and a plot about trying to figure out what happened to her sister. If that sounds good, you should check out Arcana Academy. In this one, our main character can write tarot cards. She can essentially draw them. However, this is illegal because she never disclaimed to anyone that she can do this and then she never went to school for it. So when she is caught, she is arrested and put into jail. However, insert the prince of the realm, but also the principal of this like school who knows there's something nefarious happening within the walls of his school and within his kingdom and he needs help to figure out what's going down. So he ends up in this prison making her a deal because she's kind of in the perfect position to enter his school, use her abilities, and figure out what's going on. The catch of it is that she has to be his bride-to-be because there's no way that anyone would believe that this random person was just like coming in and fitting in and doing the school setting otherwise because most people with magic are very well known in this society. So they make up like a fake backstory for her and turn her into the prince's bride. And that leads them doing some like family dinners and stuff that are a little bit more political, which I really enjoy. And then on top of that, we're going to the school academy with her. We're learning about the magic system because she's self-taught, so she didn't know a lot. We're trying to figure out what happened to her sister because her sister actually went to this academy, but we haven't heard from her in so long. So there's like this mystery about what's going on. There's what's going on with the school and the world and like the slimy people and characters. There's her trying to fit into the school setting, her trying to lie to people but still gain friendships. And I just thought this was really, really well crafted. It felt so unique because of the tarot magic and how that was done. And I really liked the world building aspect of this. So I really do need more people to read it, especially with the second book coming out very soon. It comes out in July. It's the perfect time to read this. And yes, I think 35,000 ratings is still very underhyped. And so someone hype this up a little bit more. Okay, our second book has 23,000 ratings. And this is criminally underhyped because this is one of the best romantasy duologies I've ever read. You have seen me screaming, shouting, yapping about this one because I just really need people to read it. It's the House of Bane and Blood duology by Alexis Elbinard. If you want a couple that's going to burn down the world together, that's us against the world, like once they're together, and the conflict is outside of their relationship. It's not just like miscommunication. With a unique setting because it's set in a fictional urban city, this is for you. We have an arranged marriage. Camilla's family has gone bankrupt. And in order to get her family out of bankrupt, her brothers and her have decided that she is going to essentially be sold off and bought as a bride. Her brothers have decided a perfect deal for her, but Camilla takes things into her own hands since it is her life and she has agreed to this. She makes a deal with someone else. The thing is, the person she ends up making a deal with because it's better for her and her freedom and the things she wants is kind of like a house rival. In this world, there's people with magic and they're called revenants, and there's a lot of like hate between people with magic and people without magic. And the deal she makes is someone with magic. It's one of like the most high, powerful, crime lordy revenant families. And the tension she has with this man is like jumping off the pages. It's so good. But throughout this whole story, Camilla starts to realize that people have really been hiding a lot of things from her whole life. And really, this man, Nico is his name, is the only person she's ever really had this like real, honest relationship with. And Nico is the book boyfriend to end all book boyfriends. He also has a metal arm. And if you know, you know. So this is incredible. I literally can't scream enough about this story. It's amazing. amazing. And I need more people to read it. Like 23,000 is not enough. Not enough for the masterpiece that is this. Our next story has 19,000 ratings. It needs more. I don't think I need to say this at this point. This one follows two characters who end up reluctantly working together and uncovering each other's secrets, and it's not so good when they find out what the other one is hiding because it kind of makes them enemies, but they've already created feelings for each other, so like what the heck does that mean? It is Slaying the Shadow Prince by Helen Scheuer. Now this actually exists within the Blood and Steel world. Technically, if you're reading Blood and Steel, I always recommend reading this. I think you're lost within the Blood and Steel series without reading this book. However, you can read this one and never continue into Blood and Steel. This was my favorite book in that world. It's a standalone romance following Drew and Talamar. And their romance, oh my god, the way they talk to each other, I just love it so much. It was beautiful. I don't typically love standalones. They have to be done really well for me to like them because I just feel like I need enough character development, enough plot happening, enough relationship development to make it all like work and make sense to me. And this is a short boy, but it hits all of those books. Like this is so good. This realm is in the brink of destruction. There are essentially evil forces that are like shadow monsters taking over and killing people. Drew's entire family was killed by these shadow monsters, so she kind of has a personal vendetta against them, and she's saying she's going to kill every single shadow monster and cleanse the land of them. Insert Talamir Starling, who is a celebrated warrior of this world. He has like these magical abilities essentially, and he's very well known. He's kind of like a hero. He comes to her village in order to help them. However, he's actually half shadow wraith and he hasn't told anyone. He doesn't know how this happened. He essentially was like attacked by one and became half shadow wraith. And when Drew finds that out, all hell's gonna break loose. She's literally been sleeping next to her enemy. Oh, this is so good. I literally have it tabbed and annotated, and I should reread this book because just talking about it made me want to experience their love again. Next up, we have a book with 17,000 ratings. Now, I do think this one is gonna go up as more people read it because it is a newer release, but it's Half City by Kate Golden. This again has a school setting. We have a main character whose entire life purpose is to hunt and slay demons. So she stumbles across a school setting that she never knew about, but turns out her father went to this school setting. Her dad was murdered when she was young, so she wants to figure out exactly what happened to him, so she agrees to go to this school. And there's actually kids going missing, and so she ends up making like a Scooby Gang-esque type of friendship, and they're trying to solve what's happening to these kids that are going missing, and she's also trying to figure out what happened to her father. There's layers of mystery intrigue in this, and then on top of all of that, she's quickly falling for the hot demon professor that teaches at school, which is two things you're not supposed to do. A demon if you're a demon slayer, and your professor. And I mean, I loved this first book. There's twists and turns in this that I did not see coming that had me very excited for book 2, which comes out later this year. This is an urban setting. It kind of reminds me of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, specifically the like Hellmouth seasons. And then it also has like Zodiac Academy or like Winx Club vibes with all of these kids going to a school setting and having to figure out the corruption within the school. So yeah, I really, really did enjoy this. It's fast paced, it's fun, it's filled with a lot of banter and goodness, and if you like my taste of books, I really do think you're going to enjoy this one. 17,000 is criminal for a story this unique. Like, this felt so unique to me. Lastly, I saved the best for last. This is the newest obsession of mine. It's technically not a romantasy. I'm so sorry I lied to you. It is a dystopian romance, and I have been screaming about this. If you want yearning, like true yearning, you must pick this one up. It's Beneath by Ariel Sullivan. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm literally obsessed. 13,000 ratings, devastating. Like, what do you mean only 13,000 people have experienced Tristan? We're following the remnants of Earth after a nuclear war has devastated our planet. Humanity is now living in this underground bunker. However, the underground bunker is not going to last. It's already dying. It was not made for this many people to live for this many years. So we follow a squad that goes out on secret missions to the top where they're trying to figure out if the land is habitable again or if they can find extra resources or things like that. However, it's very dangerous up there. There's like traps and stuff. It's very like, what is going on? What happened? And like, why are there traps and stuff? Like, there's like a lot of mystery there as well. And so Tristan Hayes knows in order order to make his squad survive, he needs to get a medic on his squad because he cares about the people he leads. So he finds our main character and she wants nothing to do with him. She is still dealing with a lot of trauma and PTSD from the war. She lost a lot of people and she does not want to care about anyone ever again. But Tristan cares so much about everyone and he knows she is the best woman for the job. She is the best medic there is and he wants her on his squad. And he is going to do anything in his power to make her on the squad, including just force her. So insert a military kind of like training setting with her having to like build trust within a squad and build this found family aspect on top of like trying to save the world and stuff like that. And her and Tristan have a little bit of a past history. I cannot get over the characters in this story. I bawled my eyes out for the last 100 pages and I'm gonna tell you this story is not even like inherently sad. However, I was just so emotionally invested that any little thing had me like spiraling about what could happen to these characters because I just was so invested and they felt like my little babies. They felt like people I had friendships with. I truly was just on the edge of my seat. Like, please protect them. Like, they need to be okay. And I'm not okay at the end of this book. And I need book 2 as soon as heavenly possible because this is, as Eleanor Reeves would say, all the stars given to this story. I truly was obsessed with this. It's incredible. It's amazing and more of you need to read it. It's so good. Technically, this is a prequel series. I will say Conform is another series by the same author and it is in the same series. I personally think you can read either one first. The author also kind of says this on her Instagram and social media. I read Conform first and then Beneath. Personally, I wish I had read Beneath and then Conform. I think the Easter eggs would have hit me harder that way. However, either way is fine and you can also skip one series if a series isn't interesting to you. If you want to continue hanging out with me, I'm gonna leave the vlog where I read this on the screen for you to check out because this was such an experience and I'll probably convince you to read this even more just by you watching me read it. I'd love to hear what your underhyped romantasy recs are. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd like to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me a broken heart emoji. Just feels like it's needed. And I hope you have an absolutely remarkable day.